And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. We're getting there. A little slower than I'd like, but we're getting there. So hit subscribe, watch, comment, please, and share with family and friends because the stupidity, the nonsense, I promise you, it's not stopping. Not unless we do something about it. And look, Democrats, we have an opportunity right now. But what we can't do is we can't afford to waste it. Too often, this party focuses on Trump's failures instead of showing voters what they actually stand for. Now, look, I spoke with former Senator Jon Tester on my Mea Culpa podcast just about how Democrats can regain momentum heading into this important midterm election. Tester makes it clear that winning isn't just about being better than the other guy. It's about having a real plan, showing up in every single community and proving to Americans that their voices matter. Play the clip. I've always found the Senate to be slower, but at least more bipartisan, certainly, than the House. I mean, the House, it doesn't make a difference. You know, if Trump says nuke Iran, and everybody knows this could be the end of the world, it doesn't matter. Trump said to do it. You know, it's like I had written a Substack called Complacency is the New American Crises. And I really do believe that. I believe it not just in the House, not just with many of the members of the Senate, but also with members of all parties, Republican, Democrat, and Independent. This complacency is really the problem. I mean, I turn around and I say, right now, Democrats, and this is the stupidest thing, they don't understand this guy. Ken Martin is no better than Jamie Harrison, who's no longer there. If I get one more text asking me for money, how about do something? As you just said, do something. These Democrats, they're running around prematurely, taking victory laps over Trump's sagging poll numbers, over this Epstein file, over the fighting going on internally. Meanwhile, right, it's like it's a barrage what's going on right now of these lies, and whether it's about, as you said, tariffs or taxes, wind power, the Epstein fallout, ICE, right, this ICE horror show. We're all sitting there, and I listen to so many of the Democrats. Yeah, this is great, right? Watching Trump or the Republicans stumble. But I want to be very clear, as somebody who had an inside seat here, watching Trump implode, if that's even what's going on right now, that's not a strategy. It's hope. And you know what? Hope doesn't win elections. Hope doesn't win campaigns. And with about 470 days until the midterm election, we truly, as Democrats, and I write this in the very first line of that Substack, is I am a Democrat. I have been virtually my entire life. That's not a strategy that Democrats should be relying on. You're not going to win a campaign by saying the other guy is worse.
100% correct. And all you got to do is look at the last few campaigns, and that proves that fact to be the truth. I would just say something on the polling numbers. Trump's on tariffs and immigration and on this, it may be in the tank. The problem is the Democrats are equally in the tank. And so this is an opportunity for, quite frankly, for the Democrats to come forth with a platform that says, hey, what I would hope it would say is, hey, we're going to be working for issues, economic issues and other issues that really help working families and the middle class and business, and move the dial forward on that. You are 100% correct. You cannot win elections in a sustainable way by saying, you got to vote for me because I'm better than the other guy, or you got to vote for me because the other guy is worse than I am. You win elections by standing for something. And right now, Democrats need to get their legs, and they need to figure out what they want to fight for. And they need to get it in a platform form, and they need to get out there and let the people know this is what we're going to be doing in Washington. Right now, I haven't seen that. It's been too much of just what you said. That guy's bad. We're better than him.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because part of my, almost word for word, what you just said is part of the Substack that I was talking about. I say, here's the part that should really scare you. Democrats aren't inspiring confidence either, right?
That's right.
Favorability numbers for Democratic leaders are dismal, not room for improvement dismal, but crisis of faith dismal. Because Americans, they don't feel like the party has a plan, right? They feel like it's full of careerists more interested in performative resistance than transformative leadership. If I watch one more Democrat stand behind their gilded podium with their performative art, I don't care if it's 26 hours of speaking, I don't care if it's trying to hold up a vote. What are you wasting America's time for? They're not doing it for anyone or anything other than themselves and for some sound bites. Oh my God, the Cory Booker stood up there and he stopped the vote. Really? What happened as soon as he sat down? What happened to that vote? Oh, yeah, well, he showed that we're taking a stand. Is that really the stand that America needs? How about get up, put your ass into a town hall, start going into the areas that are purple. Let's start with just the purple areas because this entire Trump Kamala Harris election was won by less than 2 million votes for Trump. What Trump did do, and successfully, is peel away at communities enough so that he won every single purple swing state in America. Okay? That's the part that people have to understand. So if we think that we're just going to win 2026 midterms, which would ultimately put a stop to all of this authoritarian talk that's dictated by Project 2025, if we don't wake up and wake up right now, we're going to wake up one day and say, well, why the hell didn't I fight harder? Why didn't I fight smarter?
One of the basic tenets of electoral politics is showing up. And you're exactly right, Michael, making sure that folks are there in the purple areas talking about, like I said before, what your vision is, making sure that folks are in the red areas as well as the blue areas talking about what they're going to move forward on is really, really, really important. And if you don't show up, you're not going to get those votes. You're just not going to get those votes. So
Right.
Democrats need to show up in places other than areas that they know that the town halls are going to be friendly.
Sure.
Go out there, take some heat, answer the questions. You'll be okay. They'll come out. Well, for the most part, people are respectful and they have questions. Republicans certainly aren't doing the town hall meetings. So go out there and break that mold and go out there and hear from the people. Like you said, have said before, listen to what the people have to say and be guided by those views.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we even have, for example, Attorney General Pam Bondi, a obvious Trump loyalist. She herself stated last week, and this is the part that's really exploding MAGA into pieces. She stated last week that there is no Epstein client list. Here's the problem. Her own DOJ fought to keep hundreds of names sealed in a recent court filing. She herself turned around on television and stated that I have on my desk a client list. Now, it's one contradiction after another. You think this is a deliberate effort to protect some of these connected men that are in power? I can't understand. If I was still in Trump's camp, if I was there sitting by his side and guiding him, all I would want to know is how is it going to affect you? If it affects, I don't care who else, I'm not willing to see you take the heat for somebody else's acts because all that's going to happen now, the conspiracy theories are going to fly, and you, sir, are going to be at the dead center of it.
Yeah, look, Pam Bondi has been told what to do here by the president, and that's why she's reacting as she did because she's done a 180 on this whole thing, and she's not a stupid person. She's smart, and she understands. But somebody is guiding her to protect somebody. I think you're right there. I mean, I think they're protecting somebody, whether it's their donors for their campaign or God knows who else. And like I said before, at the very beginning of the Mea Culpa, I do not understand who they're protecting or why they're doing it, because I think, MAGA aside, I think the American people overall want to see this information released. I think they want to see transparency, and I think MAGA is right on this. By the way, I think that transparency is a good thing in government, and they ought to be doing it.
Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.